I want to start today's video a little differently. I feel like you guys know us on YouTube as whoever we portray ourselves to be. So today I just want to take a little time for you guys to actually get to know us personally. Just so you all know, I am 100% Armenian. I do actually speak Armenian for any of you Armos out there who actually watch this. I went to an Armenian private school for about 14 years of my life, and life wasn't always as glamorous as maybe some people tend to see it today for me. At the age of 9, I was, a happy-go-lucky kid. Always that popular one in class that always would raise his hand and get called on by the teacher. And, I was just that kid. But towards the end of my 4th grade year, when I was 9 years old, I ended up being diagnosed with petit mal seizures out of nowhere. There was literally no premise to it. I didn't know why it happened. And I was just confused. I was reading a book in class when it happened the first time, and it ended up altering my life forever. I couldn't do anything anymore. Everything would just make me freeze up. And just to explain what a petit mal seizure is, in case you're not sure, it's a minor version of a grand mal seizure where your brain basically just short fuses and shuts down for a period of time, and you just kind of stay stagnated doing whatever you were doing right before it happened. So let's say the first time it happened, when I was reading the book, it ended up just pausing me in the middle of my sentence. So all I remember was saying, and then the cat, for about 20 seconds. And by the time I snapped out of it, I had no idea what had happened. All I did know was my teacher was on her knees crying, and everybody in the class was just sitting there staring at me. Over the course of 24 hours, everyone I knew, or everyone I thought was my friend, stopped talking to me. They all thought that what I had was contagious, or I'm suddenly some weird person, and that they should just stay as far away from me as possible. So they did, successfully. And over the course of the next few years, I continued to have these petit mal seizures about 40 to 50 times a day, each one lasting about 8 to 15 seconds at a time. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't play any sports. They wouldn't let me go join any teams or go do anything. I had to just kind of sit there and do nothing. As you can imagine, the stress would build up, especially for a child. So I did what any other person would do, and I stress ate. And I ended up becoming about 50 pounds overweight and was borderline obese. So, as if people didn't have enough to make fun of me for, now they also had the whole weight. So I just felt like my life had kind of brought itself to this corner where I had nothing to show for it except for my weight and my mental problem. I was always told that I would never be able to go and become a lawyer, which was my dream ever since I was a child. And I was also told I'd never be able to really go do anything that I wanted to do, which, whether it be even something as simple as what I'm doing right now, driving. People said that it would be near impossible. So when I was 17 years old, 8 years after being diagnosed, I ended up leaving that Armenian private school and going to a public school. And after that, my life changed for the better. I looked around and realized what life really had to offer me. And I took that and completely revamped my life. I started eating healthier. I started working out. I couldn't go to a gym because they wouldn't sign you up if you froze up every 2 seconds. But, it's a huge liability. So what I did do is I just worked out at my house on my floor, just me and my carpet, and a lot of healthy eating. I ended up losing about 35 pounds in 4 months. That year was life-changing. Towards the end of that weight loss, my seizures just seemed to slow down and stop. My confidence seemed to rise, and everything else just kind of seemed to change towards the better. We went to the neurologist to see what may be the case, and he said that it's nothing short of a miracle. And so to this day, I have not had a seizure since the age of 17. And I don't know why exactly it went away. Maybe it's a mix of healthier eating and just stressing less, but I have that to thank for it allowing me to continue to do everything I've wanted to do. So now I'm majoring in business and law. That's my university that I attend, and hope to become an entertainment lawyer one day. And I hope to bring you along for the ride through the entire thing. So you're probably asking yourself why I wanted to say all this. Well, it's just so you guys can see that my life hasn't been extremely perfect. I haven't had everything handed to me. Life sucked for a while, for a long time actually. And just, I want you guys to see that even though life sucked for me for a little period of time, or I'd say 8 years, but I don't say this as a complaint. I actually am very happy that I was diagnosed with seizures in retrospect, because it's thanks to that terrible and traumatic period of time in my life that I was able to grow and become who I am today, which is me. And I hope you guys can appreciate that. And if anything, this can just be taken as a lesson to anyone out there who's going through something rough or just some rough patch in their life. Just know that it always gets better. I'd never really realized that it could get better, because just like anyone else, I was human, I was a kid, and I didn't think that I would have what it takes to get past this obstacle. But I did it, and I'm all the stronger for it, and I'm ready for anything life throws at me. So yeah, now that you know a little about me, go ahead and tell me a little about yourself. Leave it in the comments. I'm actually going to read each and every one. Doesn't matter how many there are. I do want to get to know you, and I want to know if there were any problems in your life, or if there are any now, that you just need to get through, and I'll gladly make another video just giving advice on just any questions you guys may have regarding life in general. I know I'm young, but I've been through my share of experiences, so hopefully that can account for something when it comes to helping anyone, including you.